Hello, everyone. So we were going on and checking things, and tomorrow I'm having another meeting with the school. So we're gonna hopefully have music that doesn't just decide to diminish all the way down into random poppy drum beat things. So, and we have Colton. So Colton, we were discussing this morning, the last couple of days. Something goes wrong with this is randomly generated music of some sort, and like at some point it just the music stops and all you get's the drum going boom 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 boom, and we're like can't hear you, you're muted, mic's off. Like, I gotta figure out the stupid microphone, damn it.
Is that better?
That's better. That sounds like a Colton to me.
Preparing for war. The AI war beat.
Right? Just saying. And meter.
I was doing schoolwork and realized I didn't eat anything, so I was like, oh, time for dinner.
Yeah, man, that's a thing. All right. I am working for schoolwork too, just different kind of schoolwork.
Yours is on the teaching end.
Yeah. So that's 2 meters.
So this one? Yeah, there we go.
There we go. I think I want it to be about there. So what scale are we at? 685. I know him.
That's what we're working.
That's a neato picture. A magneto picture.
Right.
Okay, I'm good. 6, 8, 5.5. So it was really funny this morning. Like, hello, Brent. Yeah, it looks like we got a bed stopped over there. Anyway, this morning,
guy.
Yep. I was driving to my shoot, and all of a sudden my phone just explodes with messages all over the place. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And it's cold. Like, we having a show this morning?
Oh yeah.
On shows? There are no more shows during the day. What happened? And I'm like, dude. I felt like the Joker meme was like the best one, which is go out and shoot people once and everybody go crazy.
Well, it was what? I was I remember you talking about like not doing mornings anymore.
I was actually not doing evenings anymore because that was actually the day shows are fine generally speaking, except for today.
Oh, okay. So we're switching. Okay.
I just had to shoot today. It was a normal, it's how it goes with me. I sometimes.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
Yeah, sometimes I have shoots. It happens.
I remember you mean talked on taping things off right now. Okay. Cool. I'd see your hands.
Oh, that's fine. That's all good.
But
show of hands there, Brent. How many astromechs do we have?
But I remember you and me were saying something about like turning off one of the streams, and I wasn't sure if it was the AM or the PM.
Right. Yeah.
And that was just because we made the adjustments and just the.
Yeah, we moved to we added the PM stream so that Raph could join us.
Right.
See how well that worked.
Yeah, pretty much he made it, and I think he showed up once. And now he's off on vacation.
It was useful. Well, yeah, but you weren't really my problem. It was useful for one of the it was useful for while we were during the summertime when everybody was off from school.
Right.
Because it was good to have the days so that I could go hang out with my family if I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
But now
the nights for
insomnia. School and during the days, I'm doing nothing but working anyway, so I might as well continue my day streams as they were.
Right.
Okay. So, been trying to fix the steering problems on this, and
Did the cars get greenlit?
yeah, everything's cool.
That's awesome.
The problem with 68500. Nope, that's what I thought. How big did you make it? Really big. Okay, so not 68500. Right? Why we're not allowed to do these things.
Zoom type.
Thank you. I went on to Daz Studio and said, "Why am I having a problem with this?" And they said, "Still too big." Okay. And they said, part of it is you should never rescale once you have brought it into Daz. So now I got to make it.
Why is that?
Because what we're trying to do is program Daz so that when you turn the steering wheel, the front wheels turn too. But they are different objects. And the way that Daz does things is then when you zero your object, it will also zero your scales. So if you zero the object with the scale scaled up 600%, then it'll bring it back down to 100%. And all of a sudden you'll have a little teeny car with its steering wheels like 5 feet away in front of it.
Okay.
So the answer is that we need to just move over 1 decimal point. That's not a problem. So, okay.
Of course.
685.
That's exactly what it is.
It is what it is. And
it's just always by like a point.
Exactly. So we'll bring the suspension, same thing, 6855.
That's what I think is funny. I'm just like, it's always that. It's always like, what is going on? And you're like, oh, we're off by literally like a 0.000001.
Right.
And that fixes everything.
Yep. Somehow that fixes everything.
I paid off my car.
Oh, congratulations.
I have the title finally.
Hey, that actually is really good.
So all my vehicles are paid off finally. I'm currently just in school debt. That's pretty much all I got right now is school debt.
But that is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the great thing about that,
yeah,
anytime I need to get a loan or whatnot, they don't even look at school debt. They're like, nope, that's fine.
Not anymore. Which then makes me go, okay, so what's the point?
Well,
I mean,
like when I was looking to buy a house,
I would
back
rather that be the case,
right.
But it's still.
I remember trying to buy a house like back in like 2015 or something like that, and it was like 15 or 16, and even the broker was like, "Yeah, we don't even look at school debt. Everybody's supposed to have it, so we just don't even calculate that into the estimate anymore." I'm like, "Oh, cool. That's good to know." It's like, but if you get rid of this and this, you'll be golden. I'm like, awesome. And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't even think I even can afford anything still.
Yeah.
Because that was for like a $200,000 house, and like we don't even have that anymore.
Although the market is changing. I just heard about that today. Boy.
Yeah, they're saying once it pops.
The market hit a stopping point, like it ground to a halt.
Yeah, I heard like once it pops though, it's supposed to go down by like 20, almost 30%. Which I can't believe that drastic of a drop. Like literally, a $500,000 house is going to take a 30% drop. I can't see that being a thing in
already
this
starting.
market.
So,
Say what?
I mean, that's where I was today. I was with realtors. I was with a realtor today, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we were talking about the whole time. And he was like, "Yeah, I mean, nothing we can do about it at this point.
Yeah.
You know, it's going down fast." And he's like, you know, where before, you know, you couldn't get any concessions or anything like that. Now we're already at the we get it for, you know, $5,000 less than what they're asking for, and with concessions, and you know what I mean, like it's all going in now at the same time.
It's all finally going back to where it's not a bidding war.
Right, where you're not just
every person can come in and be like, "Oh, I got 50 grand more. I'll buy this house." I'm like, I can't even compete.
Yep. So it's getting better. There we go.
I think it's funny. I was hanging out with a friend I've known since I was like 12, 10 years old. They used to be my neighbor. We recently reconnected. We do this every 5 years. She gets in a serious relationship. We stop talking because she gets in a serious relationship, and she gets out of her relationship, and then we start hanging out again.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of how our relationship works. But
like a thing.
Yep. Oh.
What?
I don't know. Brent just said, "Oh."
I know. Why is that so weird?
But yeah, that's just kind of a thing
young
with us.
Single guy. You could do this stuff.
No.
Who do you, boo?
I was just laughing because even my friend was like, literally, the career path I'm trying to go right now. She's like, "That's what you should be doing right now, right?" And I was like, "That's what you should try and get into." I'm like, "That's why I'm at school, is because I want to get into that field." And she's like, "Oh."
Tormund saying hi. Hi, Tormund.
Hi, Tormund. What's a Tormund?
It's his cat.
Oh, hi, Tormund. But yeah, I just thought that was funny that she was literally like, "You should get into environment art. Go work for like a company." And I was like, "I would love that. That's exactly what I want to do. You get me that, and I'll say yes."
I was having an interesting talk today with my best bud. Because he was like, "My company's hiring all kinds of people."
Right.
And I was like, "Cool." And I said, "Do you have anybody who needs my skill set?" And he was like, "Well, we only have technical analysts." You know, because I actually am a reports analyst, or can be a reports analyst. So. And I was like, I could probably be retrained to technical analyst. That's
jump into tech.
Well, yeah, I have a tech background. It's just that it hasn't actually been used much since, say, 2005 or 2006. So
right,
it's a little out of date, but it's not horrible. So I could get into being into the tech field again. It probably wouldn't be horrible.
Right.
So. Right. I mean, so it was kind of an interesting.
It'd pay well.
Yeah, it'd pay really good. I'd lose all my time.
Yeah, that's the other part. You're gonna lose a lot of your free time. Kind of.
And it depends. Right now, financially, we're not in horrible shape. So
good.
But we also cannot afford to go to Japan or to buy a very tiny fire truck, which would be awesome.
Why do you want to buy a fire truck?
Is
that based off your post?
Yes, I'm suddenly totally in love with little teeny K-Tora fire trucks.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, wait, fire truck. Well, I see this. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I've been totally enamored with these K-Tora fire trucks for a while. And it's cool, but yeah.
Right.
So. Anyway, I can't do that at this point because.
How much is a K-Toro fire truck?
It's only $10,000. That's actually not so bad.
That's actually not bad.
That's what my wife said. She was like, "No, actually, of all of your harebrained ideas. This
like,
one's actually affordable.
10 grand's not that bad. You're like, oh, cool. So wait, I'm not getting my spaceship?
Right.
No, guy.
No.
Oh,
Spaceship's kind of out of the question, I think.
That's still out of the question? Fine.
Damn it.
Good thing I love you.
Yeah, right. But I want a spaceship.
I just want my spaceship.
Can I just have a spaceship? So anyway, we were there's been sort of semi-talk about all of this stuff and things. So
right.
The other thing is that a lot of the work at my best friend's work now is remote, because they found out that they didn't have to have as much real estate required if everybody works.
Also, they find out that a lot of people actually work longer and harder when they're at home, when they don't have to worry about.
So they just gave up. And so like they only have 70 employees that actually work in the building. Of their like 7,000 employees, only like literally 1% actually work in the building every day. Everybody else now works from home, and that's perfect. And I'm actually like, I could just work from here. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, man.
No, it's one of those ones. I was talking to Gerard about it, and he was like, I get more stuff done now because I'm not having to worry about 5 o'clock. It's going to take me an hour to get home. When can I hit the grocery store? When can I do this? When I can do that? Right. Like that got to pick up the kids. Got to do this. He's like, no, now I have all that planned because I'm already at home. Like, oh, cool. I can do laundry at the same time. I can do stuff for the kids, take them done. And if they're off on that day, I could still work, and also too take them to the park on our breaks and on my lunches, and like actually be a family man while I'm working. I'm like, yeah, that's the perk. That's the perk right there. You still get to be with your kids, and you could be a father. And that's one thing he's kind of annoyed right now, is because his company doesn't really allow that anymore. But his wife still works from home, so he's like, well, they still get that. Somebody's there. But in the general sense, though, he's like, I really enjoyed that part of like 2020, which was learning what you can do. If I was actually, because at first he's like the same as all of us, like working from home, like, am I actually gonna get enough done? You know,
everybody had to go through that. Everybody had to go through the you're gonna just screw stuff up if you work from home. Everybody had to go through it, and then
everybody's gonna think exactly the same thing. You're not gonna do your work. And then they found out people actually still do their work. Yeah, there are certain people that won't.
Of course,
don't get me wrong. There are the people that need the micromanagers. But I'm also one of those people that don't, and I always love it because when I'm one of the people that don't, the micromanagers want to micromanage, and I'm like, get the fuck away from me. I'm like, don't you have someone else to go bother? Like, even my boss had to get in front of one of the guys. Like, there's a manager at our work who's a micromanager. And my boss is like, just leave him alone, let him do his job. He'll get everything done in an 8-hour work day and be out the door.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to.
And he's like, what? No, that's not possible. And then he literally looked at my time cards and everything. He's like, how's this kid do it? Like, time management's a thing. I know how to make that work.
I don't. However,
kind of had to do it. Well, like
nowadays in wonderful modern technology, I can make my phone time manage.
Yeah,
which is wonderful because now I'm actually like almost as good as a normal human in a job. Not quite, but close. Really, really close.
Right. Now mine is literally like just because of all the stuff I had to do with the company or with the comic books, I got really hyper focused on learning how to time manage, and I got really good at it when it involves myself. When it comes into other people's spectrum, that's when everything kind of jumps around, but that's because everybody has their own time scale.
Right.
I can't fix your time scale unless you want to work like me, and I always tell people, it's like, be careful working like me because you will burn out quick. I'm not saying this as like, hey, you're gonna hurt yourself, but like, be careful. Because there's a lot of people that can't keep up with me. You know?
Yeah, I can't. I'm good.
I'm good.
I got nothing.
And you know that though, which is good.
Yep. I mean, I think the biggest thing is that I don't have any problem. Like if I work with other people, I tell them right off the bat, I have time management problems and I have executive function problems.
Mhm.
However, I'm very good at thinking outside the box and very good at radical concepts that will really help you. So there's pluses and minuses you get from me. I'm
Of course
sporadic, but when I'm sporadic, it's something that'll save your company millions. So
I'll get the job done.
And when it is jobs that need to be done, I'll get them done. It just may take me some time.
Right.
And it's likely you'll have to remind me 3 or 4 times that I need to do the thing. And that's okay.
That's a thing.
That's not a problem. I don't need to be leaned on. I don't need to be threatened. I know that I need to get these jobs done. But sometimes I have a little bit of a problem with it and could use somebody giving me a little bit of a, hey, don't forget.
A little nudge.
Yeah,
Which is awesome. And you know that, though. That's the best part.
We're also going to get joined by Kayan.
Ha!
Ha!
Hello.
This is probably the time where we don't need to actually do the 3-side thing. You can just join over to the left there.
Hey, Colton, how are you doing?
Not bad, you.
Not bad.
That's what I was saying. Maybe this time we'll just do this.
Yeah, there we go.
Instead, so that you can be down here at the bottom.
That works.
We'll put you on the bottom.
Oh, no.
No.
My worst fears come true.
Yeah, I was saying getting stuck between Colton and me on the bottom. On the bottom.
I don't know if that's the worst thing. But hey.
I play along.
Along for this ride.
I know you love us, but I don't think you love us that much.
Yet. Darken it all up. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What are you working on, bro?
Can. I have a problem with it too.
I am working on a horror story for October.
Nice.
Yeah, depending how you look at it, October itself could be a horror story.
I mean, considering how things have gone this year.
Yeah. Not wrong. Kind of wish I was. No, I'm not.
Same. Oh, the year is almost over. Hopefully it gets better.
Yeah, I actually was kind of glad to see 2001 go away. I'm okay with 2002. It hasn't been as bad. Knock on wood.
Definitely been interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah, we'll call it that. So what happened with Mutiny? Do you know what was going on with that?
The city froze them and was closing them down.
Yeah, I saw that one from Alan.
So they did a fundraiser to actually save Mutiny, and it was funded in less than 24 hours.
Because Mutiny's beautiful, and we love Mutiny.
Yeah, so yeah, the city was trying to shut them down, and the people said no.
Hell no.
So,
That's really weird.
it was some. So if I remember right, the owner got COVID and couldn't help out with the shop anymore, and then another one got sick or injured and was out for like 6 months as well. They just couldn't keep up with bills. And so the city locked them out. Literally, the store's been closed for like about a few weeks now. And they've been trying to get the funds. How is that blue?
I like that blue.
Oh. So that's what kind of happened. And now they asked for money because they're like, hey, this is how much money we need to actually save everything. And they did. So all the fan base tossed in money for them and saved them from going under. The people have spoken.
The people have spoken. We have spoken.
Huh. But yeah, I was more surprised that it literally, within 24 hours, they raised $52,000. And all they needed was $40,000. So they were above and beyond, which is actually great because that also helps them
get back up on their feet.
Get back on their feet too, where they need to also like pay for the medical bills and everything that they acquired through all this stuff. So that actually at least helps and gives them a little bit of more of a buffer.
Yeah, that's good.
In a dome.
And he's making a little blue astromech.
Are you sure it's not R2?
I don't know. He might be putting white over it. Who knows?
R2's blue. In certain
black
areas.
Blue. It's gonna be a bruise. Our bruise.
It'd be a bruise. But yeah, that's all I remember from what it was going on. I don't know how true everything I know is, but that's what I've gathered through other people.
That seems to jive what I've gotten from our Alan Brooks. So,
okay, cool.
You know, I mean, that seems pretty solid to it too. So I'm good with it.
Like even I told that kind of thing to not the story wise, but like I always tell it to like even all my coworkers and whatnot. They're like, how do you stay so informed? And I explained everything and blah, blah, blah. And then also was like, don't quote me on half of this stuff, though, because I'm not physically able to actually say yes or no on it.
Right.
Like, nope, that's true.
I5H2, huh? That's cool.
I5H2.
Brent, what size is that dome? I mean, what's the scale? Ish2. Oh, Ish2. Gotcha. What's the scale of your dome there?
Are we talking Star Wars? Is that from Star Wars?
Yeah. %. Okay. So you could technically do half a dome and then print one half and then print the other half and make a full dome, theoretically.
Is this the black Astromech. Oh no, that's a
Yeah,
C2.
it was the astromech he was
B5.
working on at the time earlier. No, he's just printing his own astromech.
But that's what it's based off.
Yep.
Got it. Nice. I just wanted to see what.
I was just curious. Yeah, so the actual model he's saying is it's an R7 unit.
It's an R7. Okay.
So the next couple of days I'll be working on this. I am not going to end up going to Fort Collins this weekend, which is kind of a bummer. For the meeting with Ron. Because my school called and said, help. So I'm gonna be teaching this weekend. Which is fine.
How dare you try to make money?
Yeah. I was just talking to Nate about that. I don't think like normal people, I guess. I don't know. That's not my driving force to make money. My driving force is that the kids need me. And so I don't think about it until later that maybe it's a good idea for me to actually like make money. And he was like, yep, that's why I pretty much got to beat you most of the time. Sorry. Because like I don't think about it. Like I'm totally down because she needed somebody to teach the class and the kids need me. So that's what I was thinking. And then everybody's like, well, it's okay, you can make money. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I could make money. That's probably a good idea. I knew that. That was my plan all along. Make money. Yes, that was it.
Oh, so they're gonna pay you extra for this work?
Well, no. I'm a teacher, so I'm just on the clock, and it's just normal.
Cool.
I mean, it's just my normal
So
pay.
you get like paid overtime and whatnot.
No, I'm not.
Are you
on
salary?
I'm not overtime yet. There's no way. I'm nowhere near overtime.
Oh, okay.
And no, this is just she needed a teacher to go into the school on Saturday, and she didn't have somebody who could work that.
Oh, you're talking about that. I was more talking about the cars.
No, the cars I'm doing because I really, 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 really want to. And it's kind of funny because I've been trying to get on the team to redo the class stuff for a while now. And I sold them on it by saying I have an animation degree and I'm not afraid to use it. And it's like, so that's what we're doing is sort of the animations here, but but then of course I promptly then set fire to myself, really sadly, because of ADD, but that's okay, we'll get there. I got into the meeting and I was like, okay, we really need to redo everything. This is the program was probably pretty cool to begin with, but now it's pretty sucky. And then one of the guys that was there was like, look, I invented this program, so you could lay off on the sucky part. Oh crap. He didn't really say that, but I finally find out about halfway through, after I'm paraphrasing, after about halfway through of, look, we've got to change this because this sucks and this sucks and this sucks. He was like, look, every teacher has a different method of teaching. Just because you teach it better a different way doesn't mean it's wrong. And I realized, wait a minute, he's being awfully defensive about something that we all agree is junk and needs to be thrown out. So then afterwards, I texted my boss and I'm like, was he one of the original inventors? Yes, he was. In fact, he created the original thing. She's all like happy and bubbly about it. And I'm like, you could have warned me about that, before I got into this meeting. Because I thought all the teachers unilaterally didn't like this curriculum because we mostly talk about that around the water heater,
Uh-huh.
or water cooler, around the water cooler, sort of thing. It's
Well,
it's kind of brutal.
When did he create it?
2017. So he's okay with some of the things that I'm talking about, adding electrics in, downgrading manuals, yada yada yada. But he's probably going to be okay with it. But the biggest problem that we're having is just that I got his hackles up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the program's also at this point, 5 years old?
Yeah, it is. It's out of date. It's missing some key things. But instead of revamping the whole program, which is what I want to do, he's like, okay, so we'll add in the new laws about bicycles, and Guy can update all of the really bad graphics about traffic and cars and stuff. And then that's good. And I'm like, no. Class 4 is about how cars work. And then we repeat it in class 7. And it's like, there's no reason for that. And we don't have anything about accident alert. We don't have anything about chain law. And these are legit Colorado things that happen that you have to abide by. And we say nothing about it. Stuff like that. We really need to talk about these things, And so this is going to be a fight. And I know. And I'm bummed. And I'm annoyed that I was an idiot. And, So there's that. So anyway, I borked myself pretty good on that one, and I'm annoyed by that. So but that's okay. We'll be fine. I just need to, not be so stupid next time.
Well, you wouldn't have known.
There's no way I would have known, but now I do, and Okay, see how it goes off center? That's not cool. That's why I have to add a null in here, and I hate that.
Or at least the music hasn't dived into just drum beats.
Right, I was telling Colton about that. I was like, last night it was just completely degenerating into boom, 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 boom.
It was the war drums of the AI.
Right, the war drums of the AI. He looks so happy. Look at him being happy. There we go.
Anybody got any crazy plans this weekend or no?
I'm going to be working. That's my
You're gonna
crazy
be-
plan.
I know what RMC is doing, the gaming convention or whatever this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be able to go.
Mine all depends if I can get enough homework done.
So, Colton, do you know about Greeley Monster Day?
Say what?
Yeah, Greeley has an entire festival called the Greeley Monster Day that they do in August.
What kind of monster?
Well, one of the major businesses in Greeley is like a prop place that does like Halloween attraction style props.
Say what?
Yeah, it's called Distortions.
I thought it was just cow poop.
Right?
Apparently not.
That's all I ever smell when it's about to snow is from Greeley.
Yeah.
So you know
that's
Colorado,
all
you know
it
that
is.
reference?
Yes.
From here, you know that one.
Too well. Too well. But yeah, apparently they have a big festival about, you know, monsters and horror and all this.
And when you said August?
Yeah, August 20th.
Oh, it's already passed.
Yeah, for this year.
I'm
But it could be
disappointed.
something for next year for us to look to maybe trying to get into.
Something. That'd be cool to go check out at least once, see what it is.
Yeah.
I wonder if Dan knows anything about that, because he went to school up that way, if I remember right.
Or Crossin.
Maybe.
Or-
yeah.
Listen,
Or not
Crozier?
Crossin. Crozier.
Cruiser.
Yeah, that's who I was meaning, Dan Crozier. I wonder if I know he was up there for school when he was in college. I wonder if he knows anything about that, and him being a big monster guy, he might know a few people that know something. Also, like, those kind of festivals, though, are kind of... I wouldn't say kind to artists. I don't know. It really depends. There's a lot of them. It's like it's very trendy kind of thing.
Not kind to artists, huh? Weird.
I don't really think they are. Like, most of them are like, every time I ever go to like some of those events, any kind of artists I see there are like the atypical person that you usually kind of see at like Colorado. What's that festival that goes on? Taste of Colorado.
Mhm.
Like the artists that you see at those set up at those, like, they're very modern, I guess is a good way to put it. I don't know.
Well, a lot of them are like crafters and painters.
Yeah, it's
and
more
that kind of thing.
crafters more than actually really anything that I can ever really think of, like, instead of like comic book artists.
Mm-hmm. Not us, in other words.
Like prop artists, things like that. I mean, you might get something because it is something different. I mean, if you want to try it, go for it. I just have, every time I've ever been to one, it's just like, even when we were doing RTG stuff, I've looked into a few of those, and now it's just like, I even talked to them. They're like, "You guys are what?" And I'm like, "Comic book people," and they're just like, "That's not kind of our thing." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." But if you can get in, please do try it. Let me know how it goes. Maybe I'm wrong now that it's 2022.
Who knows? I certainly don't.
The world's changing. Everything's changing around us.
The world it are changing, which is good. We kind of need a fresh start every so often.
Like I was telling my boss one a few days ago. No, yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Jokingly, he flipped me off, and I just started laughing. And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "It's 2022. I'm down to try anything right now." And he's just like, "That you're weird." And just walked away from me. I'm like, I've been through enough. I'm down to try anything today. And he was just like, he's also like an Alabama boy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like, no.
Nope.
I'm out. I'm walking away.
That was a homosexual joke, wasn't that?
And my coworker walked right by and he started laughing. Because he's bi and he was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "I'm not going down that road with you right now." But it was fun. It was a good joke. It was a fun joke. Yeah, that's a homophobic joke.
Right? I can totally tell. You got that there's a homophobic joke, wasn't it? You know.
Oh,
yeah. We're just saying.
But also, those are always my favorite people to mess with at work, too.
Okay.
Shoot. Oh, well. Work around it.
You blew something up, huh?
I've been working on the wrong layer. It's fine.
Oh, we got a thing for that.
I can work around it, though.
There we go, Colton. Just for you.
Thank you.
It's because we love you.
Oh, I know. Mine's the thing, though, is like, I'm like, oh, I can still work around this. This is fine. It's not completely like, oh, I just fucked. Like, I messed up so bad. I'm like, oh, no, I can still make this work.
It's the night stream. You can say fucked up.
Oh, good. I'm trying. I'm like, dang it. Shoot.
In general, I think bad words are, but that's me. I don't generally like bad words. That's okay. But it's only because I like to use them for strong effect.
Yeah.
But if I said, "Hey, Colton, that's fucked up," you'd be like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Did you just say the F word? Oh my god!" You know what I mean? Like,
true. Yeah, for you, that'd be like,
really,
what gutter did you come out of, guy?
right. If I said that, you'd be like, "I'm paying attention now," which is exactly what I was hoping for. I only use bad words whenever I'm like seriously annoyed, and I'm like, okay, I'm pushed now.
Dad's mad.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do this thing.
I did my check-in with my friends this morning. So they're in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Did my daily. I was like, oh shoot, I forgot that was going on right now. And I was like, hey, how's it going? Like, we're barricading. I'm like, oh good. I was like, I saw it was hitting closer to Orlando. They're like, yeah, we're getting ready. I'm like, well, hopefully you and the cats do well. And they're like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, my best friend's mom, who's effectively my mom, sort of thing. She's here right now. I went to lunch with her, and then the hurricane smacked her home dead on.
Oh no!
We don't know what the damage is at this point because the lights are out and there's no power, and all of her neighbors are huddling and banding at this moment.
They're all doing the same thing. They're waiting for the storm to pass over. Yeah.
P6BLT2.
They can all assess their damage and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, but it like hit her home smack on. She's here, so at least we don't have to worry about her. I was physically looking at her about an hour ago because we were over there having dinner.
Good.
But I hate to tell you this, Currently it's probably underwater.
Maybe. She's in
No,
Clearwater.
Ooh, she's got seaside property now. Nice. Ocean property.
She's not in Clearwater. I don't know why I said clear. Oh, I know why I said Clearwater is because Brent just said Clearwater.
Where's she at?
Hang on, I'm gonna bring it up. It's on my. I've saved it on my Google Maps. So
Now she's fully submerged.
now she's not in underwater. She's here. Let's see. Yeah, because she's just south of Sarasota, in a place called, very, very close to Venice Beach. Not Venice Beach. Very close to Venice.
Uh-huh.
And maybe, she's near a barrier island. Casey Key. But I don't know. She's inland about 200 meters. So maybe 150 meters inland from the barrier island.
I mean, she could be okay. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I wish her luck. I'm glad
I do
she's
too.
here because now she's safe.
Yeah, that's what I said to her. I was like, it really doesn't matter. The fact is you're here, and that means that we're not freaking out right now about you.
We're not worrying about you physically. Your stuff can always be replaced, but you
Place your
cannot.
stuff. She does have a dog,
there's-
so we have to worry about the dog.
Oh,
Who took
that's fair.
Gordo? Venice. Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
thinking
deep,
that's
ominous
one.
sign.
I'm thinking that's. Oof.
Maybe.
Because they were
It's fine.
talking about
It's fine.
houses like floating away.
Yeah.
Now she's got a boathouse? Hell yeah.
That's what I
She's gonna
said.
come home to a whole bunch of cool stuff.
As we were leaving, she was like, you gotta come visit me. And I'm like, I will. And she's like, you know where I live? And I'm like, yeah, it might be the middle of the ocean, but yeah,
You might have acquired a boat while you were gone.
you might have just gotten a boat, but hey, we'll see.
Like, not funny guy. You're like, I think it's hilarious.
So here's the thing. My buddy James and I have been best friends since high school.
Right.
At this point in time, she's put up with me for a better part of 35 or 40 years. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, at this point, my humor is the least of her problems.
Right. You could always do the same thing my friend always does. That sounds like tomorrow's me problems.
Yep.
Like, I'll deal with that when it comes. Like, I had a friend that just moved back here from Jersey. And I asked him a few questions on like what they're planning on doing and whatnot. Like, oh, that's for tomorrow. Well, that's tomorrow me's problems. I'm like, that's a good way to put it right now. You're just trying to figure out day to day. I get it.
Yeah, because she's close to the Keys. Because
She's got
Fort
keys?
Myers is a mess.
Are they nice keys? Do they open things?
No.
Oh.
So Tampa Bay. She's south of Tampa Bay, but north of Charlotte Harbor. We'll see. We'll know what happens tomorrow when the sun rises.
Right. The sun will come out tomorrow.
Yep.
Bet your bottom dollar tomorrow. Only a day away. That's all I know. Thank you, folks. I'll be in and out during this week.
Try the pot roast.
There will be a door charge next time. Okay, and you didn't get to hear guys' jokes about my drawing.
I already made my joke about your drawing.
That it's Magneto.
Yeah. It's a Magneto drawing.
It's very Magneto.
It's a Magneto drawing.
It's so neato that it's Magneto.
Right?
I thought that was Dark McKellen myself, but
During that movie, I guess, yeah, that was definitely a good way to go about it. I need to work on his face more. His make it a little bit more thinner. We're getting there.
Okay, 180 minus 30 is 150, yeah?
Guys,
yeah, we'll go with that.
You're like, whatever.
Like I said, art stream, not math.
Right? We mentioned that we're all artists here.
I know math does play a factor in art, but right now it's not.
Not the factor we play right now. Okay, 35, 35.
No, that's gonna be my 3D modeling project this week. Is pretty much going back into that. The funny thing about 3D, it's a lot of math.
What I'm doing right now. Right?
Really want to start getting into it. There's a lot of math in 3D.
Freeze.
I don't know. I just eat glue.
That works too.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So everything pops up whenever I do this. What's going on here, people?
What happened? What's popping?
I'm trying to get it to ERC freeze this. I don't know why this is so complicated, but apparently it has to be complicated.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, we can't just tie stuff together. It's I don't know. I get aggravated about this because it shouldn't be this hard, but it is. Worse, everything gets clicked on. Yeah, I'm already on page like 2. Hmm. I hate stupid forums. It always logs me out for my security. For my protection, so I finally find my thread, then find out I'm logged out, so I can't actually read the thread or comment on it.
Right.
So then I log in, it takes me to my order history, and so now I have to go find it again. I'm like, thanks.
That sucks.
Like, just leave me logged in.
Sounds like a hassle. I have a few of those places I go to. I'm just like, why am I logged out again? I don't understand. I was just in this yesterday.
Yeah.
Cats I knows.
So, Colton, have you gotten to see Cyberpunk 2077 Edge Runners?
Finished it. I almost actually binged it in one night.
Well, did you hear what happened with Rebecca during the course of them making that show?
Rebecca.
Blue skin, has the coat and the bikini.
Oh, the short girl Rebecca, the character.
Yes.
Oh, what happened? What part are you talking about?
Well, they nearly canned her character.
Oh, why?
Like, CD Projekt Red didn't want a Lolly character in there, so they were going to get rid of her.
That action, I can understand that.
And so they voted to nix it, And then Studio Trigger came back and said the lolly must stay.
I'm glad they did keep her. She was a good character.
Yeah. In fact, even the people that voted to get rid of her were like, she actually like saved the show. She was such a good character.
Yeah. I have my complaints with the show, but I really enjoyed it. I didn't like how it ended personally, but that was me.
Yeah, don't say how it ended because I'm still.
I won't. No, it's just the direction that I thought the show was gonna go. They did not go that direction. And they could have gone that way that I was thinking of because of the way that they set it up. But they totally went in a different direction, and I was like, oh, we're going off that storyline. Got it. Cyberpunk storyline, not based off the actual world, but like that version of the story of and what they go off of in Cyberpunk. So, but still good. I enjoyed every minute of it. I really did. It was still good.
Yeah, apparently you can find their stuff in the game.
Now, yeah. No, they uploaded it. So, personally, this was the best thing that CD Projekt Red could have submitted right now. Because the game has been so up and down because of launch. And now that the game is fixed, this is a great way to get people into coming back to the game. Or getting new people coming into the game. Because they have done so many updates, and all the stuff that you can get in the show and whatnot is actually in the game now. Like, it is very more, the thing I've actually heard, and that I actually could vouch for this, it is very more Grand Theft Auto now, more than what it was when it first started. Because, like, you can buy houses now, new places in the city, you have wardrobe changes, all this other stuff. And, like, yeah, some people have been playing for a long time are like, I could have kept all my transmog, but I've been selling it because there was no point in it. But now there's a transmog system. So, but I still tell people to try it out. The stories in the game are actually really cool. I really enjoy some of the stories with some of the characters that you do get involved with. And things that I wasn't expecting them to ever touch, and they actually touch it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So, but I really do love the characters. And I'm really happy that they're trying to bring back the game and getting new people involved in it. Because it definitely needs a better fan base. Like, it has a great fan base, but...
But they really fucked it up.
Not really.
Like, that launch was terrible from what I was hearing.
I wasn't, so it really depends on the person. Because I got it at launch and I really didn't care as much, but also, like, me and my friend were talking about this. He's in the gaming industry. I'm trying to get into the gaming industry. Our brains work differently when we're playing games than just your everyday Joe Schmo. That's just picking up controllers like, I'm going to play this game. Because all they're looking for is the base game. We're looking at it going, oh, I understand why this is doing this now. Get it, got it, cool, just walk around the pole. Where, like, a normal person's like, I want to get through this building, why can't I go through this pole? And they just keep breaking the game over and over because they're like, I want to do this, it's not letting them. But, like, coming from, like, me and my buddy, like JR, we're talking about it. We're like, we're easily the same person, like, walking into this pole, and we're like, why do we just face through the floor? Oh, I see it now. The model's bugged. Got it. Walk around the model, still get to enjoy the game. You know. Yeah. That's what was happening in a lot of it too. Like, even my roommates, I even asked them, like, oh, I stopped playing when I got locked in a room. And I was like, how far in the game were you? They're like, oh, I was hours in, and then I looked at their log. You're only like 10 hours in. I'm like, you didn't even get past the prequel. You didn't even get past the main story, like the beginning of the main story yet. Like, you're over here just exploring. There's so much to this game that you didn't even touch. And there's like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, you got locked in like the first room. And all you had to do was restart the computer to get through this. I'm confused on this concept. And like, they completely ousted the game because one little thing goes wrong. Where like, I played multiple different things for that game. I actually never beat it because I did run into quite a few bugs that I was like, oh, I'll get back to this later. I don't really feel like trying to figure this out right now. But like, some of the ones were funny. I thought they were hilarious. Me getting shoved through a door, like through the floor because the doors are automated, and one closed on me and then just shot me through the floor. And I was like, that's actually kind of funny. I didn't move fast enough. I get it.
Well,
or
it's
like a character model gets stuck in a car tire and then it shoots me 10 feet in the air. I'm like, that's actually kind of funny and hilarious. And then we both land and the person gets up and starts running. He's like, he's trying to kill me. And I was like, what are you talking about? I enjoyed every minute of it, even the flaws. I was enjoying the flaws, even watching my friends play it on like stream and whatnot, watching them catch flaws. My one friend was just walking across the street like, oh, cool. Sign says walk, trying to be like a good pedestrian. And here comes a car from 10 blocks just flying through the air and like flying right at him. He's like, is that what I think? That's a car. Oh, shoot. And just boom. Instant death. He's like, well, guess I'll do that again. And then after that, though, he went to go explore that area. It was like, why did a car go flying? He went in there. He found a Juggernaut character that literally like was it was a cyber psycho. Hit the car, and the car mechanic and the collision mechanic just at that moment when he was walking across the street for some reason just went from like 1 to 50. So the car went flying when it's not even supposed to go that far. It just launched, and that's why he saw a random car. And I was like, that's actually pretty funny. He's like, isn't it? It's so cool. Like, we thought it was funny. We thought it was cool. A lot of other people hated it a lot because of that. So, I don't know. I didn't really think it was that bad. It literally, I had to like restart my save. I didn't even have to restart the game. I literally just had to turn it off, load back up where the autosave feature went, which was across the street, or at the beginning of that quest line, which literally when that happens, you just started the quest. It's not that far. So having to rerun through that, you're like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I missed something. What is this? And then I start like going through other stuff because I did miss something at that time. Or, cool thing about most of those missions, there are about 10 to 15 different ways to finish. So, like in, did you ever play DOS X?
No, I never played.
So DOS X is a cyberpunk game as well. You're a cop that gets brutally beat up by a cyber-esque character, and it's pretty much on death row, like you're dying. And the only way to save you is to pretty much make you appear cyborg or cybernetic, pretty much chrome you up. So they chrome him all up, and now he's like a stealth agent cop thing. So the cool thing about that was like the levels, you could do everything in like like 5 different ways. You can either scale the wall. If you also had to have the right cybernetics to do some of these things too. If you had the scale the wall feature, you could scale the wall, get through vents, and like be all like super stealthy, get behind people, snap their necks, do stuff like that. Or you can go the crazy, like I just want to be physical with everybody route, and like you could punch through a wall, grab a guy, and pull them through, and then just beat them. It was really cool. These different mechanics that you could play with. Cyberpunk definitely played off those features a little bit because like there was some missions where you could either walk through the front gate and start a firefight, or if you found out that you could have walked 5 blocks around everything, there's a stairwell that leads you all the way up to the top of the building that you can work your way down all stealthily and just kill the boss and not have to worry about the lights. Like, there's so many different ways to do a lot of different things in that game. So, like, that's why I was perfectly fine with when I did die, because I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, at first I was like, this sucks, but then I realized, like, wait, there's multiple ways to finish things. I'm missing something. So then I would like, oh, let's rerun this again. Let's go try a different route. Let's do something else that I can see if I can knock this out quicker, instead of like, oh, it got buggy and I just got stuck. But yeah, there was also another few things too that they did not calculate properly. Like grenade damage to you never scaled properly, but grenade damage scaled with all your enemies. So for you, it was just like almost insta-death. Everybody else around you was like, if you didn't put any mechanic or any of your skill points into explosives, your grenades get weaker and weaker and weaker as you get level up, because everybody around you is getting more and more power armor. They're getting stronger. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then I found out afterwards that the grenade thing happens. I was like, that explains so much now. I thought they were just using more high-impact grenades. Nope. It was just a coding error, and they fixed that within, like, the second patch. So, but if you are wanting to try it, I say go for it. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
I'll have to pick it up.
I say it's worth it. What would you think of the show?
It looks really, really good. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet because I don't have Netflix right now.
Ah, got it.
Like,
when you finally get around to it, I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I will. I mean, it looks really well. It's Studio Trigger, man.
There's a few things that Studio Trigger does, though, that it shows in the animation and the storytelling, and that's primarily towards it's a Studio Trigger ending, and that's kind of why I'm like, eh. If you've watched enough Studio Trigger, you understand kind of what I'm talking about. It kind of starts like the ending feels very cookie cutter for a Studio Trigger film, and I think that's where I was a little disheartened about it. I don't know if that's too much for you, guy. I'm sorry.
For me?
Yeah, well, you were like, don't give up anything, and I was like, I don't know if that was too much. I'm sorry if that was.
I'm actually not paying attention because the math.
Because the math?
Deep in the math, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. I'm back to the same problem I had before.
Calculus or physics?
No. See the steering wheel here?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to make the steering wheel spin on here. I'll make myself the biggest piece. I've got a slider here, and what I want to try to do is get the slider to control the steering wheel and the front wheels.
Uh-huh.
But every time I do this, I set up all the little things, and it's like a minus 26 plus your grandmother's social security number, subtracting your birth date sort of crap over here. Because right now, if it's at 0, that's where the hands are at the wheel. All the way to one side's fine, but all the way to the other side's like this.
Did you roll a percentile?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't get it. And I just need to go here to here, and that's it.
Did you roll for perception?
Totally didn't do something. But that's all I need, from here to here. And then I need it to be linked with the wheels too on the front. But every time I try to link them with the front wheels, they just spin. I mean, this is what I've got. Like, that's all the motion I'm getting on the wheels. And it's like, this is so frustrating. Why does this have to be dumb?
So wait, you go from 0 to 90.
Well, it's already stuck at 90 because I've reset all of their numbers. But why can't you just say minimum X, maximum Y? Why do I have to freeze here, and this is a delta off of the other freeze, which is a subtraction of the numbers of the numbers of the numbers. That you're like, why couldn't you just say, when the slider is at left position, these sliders need to be at this position. When the slider is at the right position, these sliders need to be at this position.
Right.
Why can't we just have that function? Why does it have to be this? You have to lock it and then freeze it. And then once you freeze it, you go in and have to look at its offset, which is how much of a percentage of the actual number that you're actually using. And it's
Right.
like, this is ridiculously complicated. And you can put just one value in there. So the slider only controls from 0 to 100. It does not control. In order for it to be minus 100 to plus 100, which is, by the way that all sliders work in DAS, you have to put in two controllers. One for the 0 to 100 and one for 0 to minus 100. And then you have to set them. And if you don't set them right, then you end up, it's just like, this is so stupidly complicated. It doesn't have to be this dumb. And it's just, and the easiest way to do this is to set your model the way you want it and then take a picture of it. Effectively. So that DAS will memorize where everything is located. Oh man, it's just, because to try to do this manually is mathematically a nightmare. And I'm like, why does it just doesn't need to be this dumb? Everything else in DAS is really easy to do. And that's what's so frustrating about it.
Until animation kicks in.
Until the animation side, everything in DAS is so freaking easy to do. It's just so simple. This is ridiculous.
Well, at least we know that where their fault is. It's their
fault.
I was always wondering, because I know a lot of people, you know how like certain people use certain programs and then they switch around or whatnot for certain reasons. If it's animation, that makes sense. That's the one thing that they've never really mastered.
Yep.
Which is cool. I actually enjoy knowing that there is a reason why some people don't use DAS.
Minus 120 apparently puts it at almost 180. Okay, so we've got to figure this math.
More math. Guy is going to be haunted by math for the rest of his life.
Right? I'm like, of all the things that I need to be messing with,
it's math. Today, it's math. Tomorrow,
the world.
All right, Pinky.
Okay, so we're not moving at all on this side. Maybe that's what we want. Nope. It's the same no matter which way you do it. That's nice.
I just remembered something. Give me 1 second. I gotta make sure I go. My boss at the hotel was like, I think you might still have something. I'm like, no, I turned all that in, but now I was like, I'll double check just this. And before I forget, because my old ADD brain will do that. Nope. Uh-oh. Nope. Get it on. BRB.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to jump all the way back. I don't want to do that. Like go all the way back to Blender, because one of the guys had said in the thread that maybe the problem is that you made it all in different objects instead of making it one object and then running bones. I'm like, I don't want to run bone. I don't need to rig this model. That's ridiculous. This is a steering wheels. I just need to turn steering wheels. It's ridiculous that I'd have to rig with bones a car, you know?
Do not have.
It's nice to know that we're on the All Number Station channel.
The what?
The Numbers Station. The music on here keeps having like it sounds like it's doing like random numbers.
Huh. You hear weird things. I don't hear that.
I also have headphones on.
I don't hear it.
Huh.
I feel like I'm on like a space station listening to like cool, like sci-fi beats.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't hear that right now?
Oh, the voice?
Yeah.
You can kind of hear the voice. You're right.
I hear that.
Yeah,
that what
it's
he's
saying
saying?
numbers.
Oh,
Is that what he's saying? It just sounds
it's
like
not
gibberish to
lyrics.
me.
It's not lyrics. It's like numbers that he's saying really fast.
Huh.
that's kind of funny. And kind of creepy. Okay.
Like he's crying right now.
Now you have me actually like trying to hear.
Yeah, right. Now we got to figure it out.
What's the code?
Now I'm hearing him. Oh, that's creepy.
Sounds like a different language.
I think part of our problem might be that.
Language sounds familiar, but I can't pick it up. Kane's over here doing math too with a song.
Right? Well, I'm going to turn the music up so we can all hear it.
Is that Russian?
Could be.
Or say stop talking. When we
I
all
was
try
gonna say
and
now
avoid
that now I'm
saying
listening really intently, and now they're not talking anymore.
Don't worry, it'll start up here in a couple of minutes. Okay, well, I finished the page.
Woo! Eyeball.
Okay, they've stopped the numbers clearly. I'm over it.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything after that. It said you were doing too much math.
Yeah, I'm still doing math. Just it's better.
So, do you guys have any plans for Halloween?
I might be going to Maryland. We'll have to see.
Maryland.
Yeah, my sister got promoted, and
Nice.
she's not sure, but they may be doing a ceremony.
That'd be cool.
As of right now, work.
How about you, Brian? Kane.
Don't know. Have to figure that out.
That's fair. Probably working and probably doing this.
Yeah.
I think I did that last Halloween too. I was like, all right, cool. I think I got a little bit of candy and that was it. And I was like, all right, don't care anymore.
All right, one wheel is working correctly.
Oh no,
It
I
took
did.
an
I remember
hour
that. Yeah.
and 45 minutes to get one wheel to work correctly.
I stayed home because I wanted to, because my roommate got busy and she wanted to take care of the kids, like give kids candy. And in our neighborhood at the time, no kids. I think we had one kid show up. That was it. And it was grandkids from like our neighbors next door. And I was like, all right, cool. I gave them candy, and then literally the rest of the bags of candy that we made, I ate.
Yep, that's usually what happens with me and now.
And I sat there, played video games, and did homework all night. That's all I did. So yeah, nope, probably gonna do the same thing this year.
You're like, looks like the same this year. If I'm here, then I will likely be at my buddy Alex's house for the weekend or for the day. He has the
I'll be right
youngest
back.
kid. And so what about you, Ken?
Haven't decided. Well, a lot has to do with what happens over the course of this coming month.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I made literally one lock for that. We'll do the same thing here. Put it in edit mode, create new property. All this. Right. Let's do that. Okay. I'm making these ridiculously pink so I won't lose them. Has to be 0 here. Say yes.
All right.
All right. And you reset. You say ERC freeze everything. I can't believe how complicated this has become. Right from where you. Don't restore the figure. Don't restore the rigging. Jesus. The default is to restore the figure to its original form. Anytime you make anything new, the default is clicked on to return it to its original form. And I'm like, yeah, because that's what I use every slider for. Like you're using a morph slider. Naturally, we wish to return it to a base model. Yeah, of course. That makes total sense. It's like such a weird setup. Okay, so now you are set going naturally the wrong direction. Makes total sense to me.
Everything
right.
must go back to the prime directive.
So, property and hierarchy. Right steering.
Oh, how the
You
Your
okay?
big fancy dinner go. Sorry, my brain went blank on how to actually say the word I was looking for.
To the whoa. I mean, this is almost working.
The console?
Exactly. The consulate general.
Yeah, the consulate. There we go.
With a consulate general. It was actually really not that scary. It wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. I thought for sure I was going to be like, yep. You're
They're
going to
never coming back. I just got blacklisted from Japan.
Yep.
Again.
Yep. No, it actually went fine. It went fine.
good. I'm glad to hear.
He was a lovely guy. He was him and his assistant, and the poor assistant didn't speak that much English. I mean, he was okay, but he came over to me after or before that, and he's like, I understand that you lived in Japan. And I said, yeah. And then he said in Japanese, he said, do you speak Japanese? I said, yes, I do. And he goes, oh, good, because my English is a little bad. I'm like, it's cool. I'll help you. If you need help, give me a holler or whatever.
Oh, that's
That was
good.
cool.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
Cool. You made a friend.
I made a friend.
Nice.
That's cool of him, though. He's like, I just want to let you know, like, this is gonna be a rough conversation if I can't speak.
Which was funny because he actually turned out to do just fine. But
He was as nervous as you.
No.
Well, when you're speaking another language that you're not used to,
Like, I can totally see it being like, I am not going to do good at all. I'm going to say something to offend you guys.
Right.
And that's probably all that was going through his head, too. He's like, yep,
Oh, absolutely.
we're never going to be able to come back. We're going to make enemies. There's going to be a World War V.
It's gonna be my fault.
We're gonna jump 3 and 4 to start 5 just because of me.
It's literally what's going to happen. Even though that's not the case.
No. But everybody's going to assume that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Also in the same sense, you're looking at him, he's like,
Dude, you're hanging out with a whole bunch of weebs. We don't got that kind of pull.
Right. Yeah. no possible way that I'm going to end up messing up the. I get that. I mean, it's all good. But it went fine, and it was lovely, and man, some of the best sushi.
Yeah.
Apparently, it had been flown in that morning because you're the consulate.
Yes.
And I was like, well, that's a
I
thing.
mean, if you're gonna twist my arm, I
Right.
guess I'll
I'm
eat
like,
this
I'm in.
very fancy sushi.
Gee willikers. Do I gotta? Yes, I gotta.
You mean sushi I haven't had this good since I was in Japan?
Right? Like, oh man, this is good stuff. It was really funny.
Sushi in Japan does hit on a whole new level. I'm not gonna lie. I'm right there.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
when you have the ocean sitting right there, it's going to be a lot different than when they have to fly it into a landlocked state.
Yeah. You're right. But I'm also talking about like when you're on like the coastline here, the sushi still doesn't hit as well as it does in Japan. I don't know why. It might be a cultural thing, and I'm just like dough in headlights. Like this all tastes really good here because it's where it's from. But for some reason, it tasted so much better in Japan. Like the eel bowl I had, I don't know what they did differently to their eel, but like, oh, I was so happy.
What is this?
Over in Narita? Is it Narita?
Naruto's character.
No, I said Narita.
No, Narita. Yeah, Narita.
Between
airport?
Kyoto and Japan and Tokyo.
At the airport, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, in Narita Airport. Never mind. That's not what it is. Give me 1 second.
Nagasaki?
I'll see it when I see it. Nagasaki does not sound right. I know it's between Kyoto and Japan. And Tokyo. Nagoya.
Between
Nagoya.
Kyoto and
Nagoya. Now, that's where you were headed, was Nagoya. Gotcha.
Yeah, Nagoya has like a famous dish that's an eel dish, and I don't know why, but it was like
So
I want to
good.
go back just for that.
Okay with that.
they spotted a shark swimming down the I-4
Nice.
between Orlando and Tampa. God, is it almost midnight?
Uh-huh.
5 minutes though.
Which is good because I'm getting kind of frustrated here, and it's probably not a bad idea for me to give up. We're back to talking again.
Oh, now it stops.
I guess he just has to mumble under his breath.
I guess.
And now we're on to scratching the record.
I love this. Kids ask dad. Oh no, it's dad says to son, no, we cannot eat the lawn. Kid says, then why are we growing it? The dad and the kid just sitting there watering the lawn. Why do we spend so much time?
What?
Why are we growing grass if we can't eat it?
Oh. Yeah.
All right.
Circular rotate. Circular links. Generic car is running generic car. Well, if you didn't make this stupidly complex, I wouldn't have a problem with this.
Well, I'm gonna hop off. I will catch you
Yeah.
guys later.
I'll be on tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
But right now I'm still looking to see if I can figure out what the problem is here. No.
Oh, I'll catch you guys later.
Good
All
night, my friend.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, it's now midnight, so I'm going to go ahead and roll the end credits, and I'll see you in the AM if you wish to join me.
I will hopefully be here.
I will see you then. Good night, my friend.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody else who's watching. Bye-bye.